Very seldom. It's unrealistic and it is elusive. And I was hoping you were going to say that team word, like
Yeah.
recognizing how often do we desire to do something, but we won't release the fact that you can't do all of it,
Mm-mm.
and nor should you. Like, there
Mm-hmm.
are people who have an expertise in a particular area that would do it quicker, more
Yeah.
efficiently, and help you accelerate what you want to
Yeah.
get done. And you talked about a niche, recognizing with
Mm-hmm.
everything that is, you are a serialpreneur, but it's all connected to a consistent
Mm-hmm.
area. And so
Yes.
beginning to help those who desire to get started to actually stay focused
Mm-hmm.
and build from your place of passion and
That part.
expertise. I love
That's
it.
I love that you said passion because that's literally is on the tip of my tongue. You gotta love what you do. I love what I do. Let me tell you something. I do. I could reach behind me, but if you look like right here behind me, I'm an author, right? And but I love being an author. Being an author is not my full-time business. Yes, I make money from being an author. Yes, I've created a whole company around being an author and a motivational speaker, but it's what I love to do. I'm an author when I'm finished I'll call it my day work, right? I'm an entrepreneur, but I have tasks and meetings and appointments and imagine the tasks that I have helping other entrepreneurs in my spare time, part time, right? I do
Mhm.
what I love. And so before maybe first thing in the morning, this week alone, Dr. Veirdre, I've literally written 5 ebooks this week alone. I'll wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I believe in having a notebook right next to me because that bright idea, guys, it comes in the middle of the night. It comes like a thief in the night. And I say a thief in the night because by the time you wake up, you mostly kind of don't remember it as it was. I keep a notebook next to me, but I'll wake up 4:30 in the morning and it's my idle time. My grandmother will say that idle time is the devil's workshop, right?
Mm.
And so I try not to let my idle time get away from me. If I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I can't find my way back to sleep, I get on my phone and I write a book, literally
Mhm.
write an ebook or think of another idea. Maybe I have a candle business. I don't even really talk about it, but I literally ship candles around the world. Successful business. But these are things that I love to do. It's almost like I use my hobbies to make income from, but I
Yeah.
love doing it. So it's my way almost of finding balance in the stress of the day, of the in the hard work, and finding the things that I love that just happen to work out for me. Airbnb, I call it air free and free. Airbnb free. I live for free in Airbnb. And the way that I do it is I have homes and I make one space in the house. Like, for instance, this office is one space in the Airbnb that I have. The rest of the house is ready for other people when it's time to rent it out. And I'll excuse myself. If it gets on the list, ding, 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 you've got a booking. I'll leave the booking. I got another house to go to. And I'll just lock up securely my space. And those people can come and enjoy the rest of the beautiful space. And I'll come back if I choose to when I want to. But this is a way that I created a business for myself, being able to make that passive income. I don't do anything but clean up and be done, but I get to live for free. For the last 5 years, I haven't paid a mortgage or a rent because of Airbnb, something I just love to do in my part time, my spare time.
And you also just on your birthday released an ebook for that as
Yeah.
well. How can people get
Mhm.
access to the ebook and get their questions, at least the beginning part of those questions, answered?
Once again, the same website, bossupyourbag.com. This is the great part. When you go to bossupyourbag.com, it's going to ask you, I got something for you. We're going to trade together today. So when you go there, it's going to ask you for a little bit of information, and then it's going to give you access to the ebooks. And I believe on there, there's a fix your credit ebook. There is a the grant workbook. You want to learn how to get funding for free and not pay it back. You can get the grant ebook. And then there's also the Airbnb free ebook, How to Live for Free on Airbnb. All of those are available all from going to the website. And even you can have an opportunity to take our masterclass for free.
I love all of it.
Mhm,
I love all of it.
mhm.
But I want us to also be honest with people, because you are polished, you are fabulous. I have been so
This
excited
part.
that we were going to have this conversation. But has it always been this bright, my sister?
Listen,
You
go.
mentioned
I
20
would laugh
plus
at the
years.
girls. I had, let me tell you something. The funniest part is I had a Zoom earlier today for we're another business Guys, hear me out. I'm not starting this business. It my Boo Bear is my husband. It's his idea, not mine. I am focused, I promise. However, an opportunity has presented itself. And so we were on a Zoom about it. And so you asked him, I always just polish. I promise you, this was literally the last hour and a half ago conversation. And on the Zoom, I'm working and hustling. I might have just gargled, washed my mouth out and wiped my face off and jumped on the video. And I say, I have to go and get dressed for my interview with Dr. Veirdre. He says, well, why weren't you dressed up on our Zoom? And so it hasn't always been this way. I want you to know that if you a success is all about the obstacles that you can overcome. Nothing is worth right. Nothing is worth it if you haven't gone through it. If my father used to tell me that if somebody gives you something, then you're not going to keep it if you earned it. And I'm not talking about, and you got to have skin in the game. So I'm not talking about you got to break your back to do it because we want to work smart, not hard. Guys, after 25 years of being an entrepreneur, I promise you there's some hard work that has gone into this, some elbow scraping, some burns on my arms, like whatever it is that had to happen. But I began to learn to work smart. And that's what automation is all about. Life happens. Like to transport the conversation to what do you do when life happens? Because life is happening every single day. So I would honestly like if there's the viewers, talk to us about when life happens. What do you do? How do you maintain? How do you stay in business when you don't want to go? Being self-employed or being an entrepreneur, nobody's giving you the money for your bills. No one's giving you money for your family, for your vacation. You've got to get out there, roll up your sleeves, and drag yourself into it. There's ugly days where you don't want to go to work. There are months, and this is real entrepreneur talk. There are months and weeks where you're not making a single dollar. When I first started out as an entrepreneur getting advice, the best advice I got was expect to need to rely on someone to help you if you're leaving it all, because I don't believe in the notion of an entrepreneur that has a full-time job, quitting everything to start from scratch. You want to work your way into that because there's going to be some dark days of no money, right? If I take you 25 years into entrepreneurship, I can remember some days with no food on the table. I can remember some days with no electric, but we have water, no water, but we have electric. But that hustle of entrepreneur, could I stop and go get a job? Absolutely. But it's if I shared in the beginning that working a job was literally killing me. It was killing me in a way that you can't get back.
Mm-hmm.
With a broken spirit, it is very difficult to get back. So many people are alive, but they're not living
Mm-hmm.
their life. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's what not being an entrepreneur was doing to me. What saved me from the darkest days of my life was being entrepreneur, that freedom, that resilience, that hard work, that the overcoming of all of my challenges because I had to pour in and dig deep in to being an entrepreneur. So Dr. Veirdre, it's not pretty. It's
Yeah.
not there is not always a beautiful picture, but we
Right.
work towards the beauty. That's the part that keeps us going.